Greetings, loved ones. Today we're going to talk about when children experience trauma and the after effects of violence and stress in children and how that could be mistaken for ADHD. Help us get these messages out. Please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit the like button and the notification bell, and please share these messages with others. You never know, just by doing so you can save a life. Trauma in children can sometimes be mistaken for ADHD. Brian F. Martin survived a violent childhood, only the violence wasn't aimed at him. From the age of 5 until he was in his teens, he was a witness to near constant violence between his mother and his mother's boyfriend. As a result, he lost his ability to focus in school. He was labeled as unintelligent, and today he could have been among millions of children currently diagnosed with ADHD or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and that, he says, is a problem. Martin is author of Invincible, the 10 Lies You Learned Growing Up with Domestic Violence, which topped the New York Times bestseller list, and he founded Children of Domestic Violence, a New York-based nonprofit organization, in 2007. I'm reading the book right now, and the book is amazing, so I recommend that you get it. Invincible is the name of the book. The organization's goal that he created is to bring awareness to the problem of childhood domestic violence, or CDV. It's a little-known term to the public, but it's used by prominent researchers to describe growing up with violence between parents or a parent and a significant other. And like I said, I bought his book, Invincible, and I'm reading it. And I highly recommend this book to anyone who has suffered domestic violence or trauma as a child, and for others, so that they can understand the problems of CDV. Children who are going through a tumultuous childhood like his own may end up being diagnosed with ADHD. While an inability to pay attention is a common symptom among children in abusive households, the remedies for ADHD often ignore the root of the problem, says Martin. He says there's no medication to remedy what's happening at home. Medication is certainly an option for ADHD, but it doesn't always solve the problem. And with an awareness of CDV currently at less than 10%, he says it's not a surprise that it can often be mistaken for ADHD. Martin says it's important to examine the root of the problem. Growing up in a home where domestic violence is occurring leads to a host of problems. And someone who grows up with CDV can't pay attention because their brain is busy assessing the perceived threats around them, because that's what they must do at home. Pediatrician Nicole Brown recently concluded a study of 65,000 U.S. children, finding overlap between ADHD diagnosis and higher than normal levels of poverty, divorce, violence, and family substance abuse. Children who endured 4 or more traumatic childhood events are 3 times more likely to be prescribed medication for ADHD. She says we need to think more carefully about screening for trauma and designing a more trauma-informed treatment plan. For Martin, his mission is clear: spread awareness of CDV and offer scalable resources to train others on how to offer help and appropriate support when CDV is spotted. Educators and adults can't seek to share until they know what to call it and better understand it. Once CDV is recognized, Martin hopes children and adults alike can get help to start rewiring their brains. He says they need to unlearn the lies or negative beliefs they learned growing up with CDV and replace them with truths. The back of the book says, according to UNICEF, growing up with domestic violence is one of the most pervasive human rights violations in the world, affecting more than 1 billion people. Yet too few people are aware of the profound impact that it can have. Invincible, the book Invincible, seeks to change this lack of awareness and understanding with a compelling look at this important issue that will inform and inspire anyone who grew up living with domestic violence, and those who love them, work with them, teach them, and mentor them. Through powerful first-person stories, including the author's own experiences, as well as insightful commentary based on the most recent social science and psychology research, Invincible offers not only a deeper understanding of the concerns and challenges, but also provides proven strategies everyone can use to reclaim their lives and futures. Now, I don't mean for this to sound like a book review, but I'm reading this book, and I do believe it can help those who have suffered childhood domestic violence and those who are currently experiencing it, and others who may know someone who is. You know, with 1 in 3 women experiencing domestic violence worldwide, and 15 million children witnessing violence each year, the question is not if you will encounter a victim of violence. The question before God is, what will you do when you do encounter them? You could be the person who saves a life. You're called. We are all called to be justice champions. And those who suffer violence, they need to know that those who love them and those who don't even know them will step out and reach out to them to give them the help and the courage they need to lead and seek help before it's too late. Please help us get these messages out. Subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit the like button. Hit the notification bell. And please share these messages with others. You know, someone may see it, and because you did that, you could save a life. If you're a victim of violence, listen to me. You have been lied to and lied to and lied to and lied to for a long time. I want you to know the truth. And the truth is, you are valued. You are loved. You are intelligent and you are beautiful. God does not want you to suffer violence. He wants you to live in peace and tranquility. There is a way out. It's not your fault. Abuse is not love. If you're a victim of violence, reach out to somebody today. If you find yourself in a dangerous situation, call 911 for help. And if you know of a child who is suffering, please tell the authorities. Tomorrow we're going to ask the question, are the children really okay? Until then, God bless you.